Hey guys, Drew here, and with all the talk about building funnels and creating courses and selling things online, I wanted to just kind of share something I put together here. And I actually geek out on spreadsheets, so I have a bunch of different spreadsheets put together here. But here's kind of a new version I put together. So this one is a multi-tiered funnel conversion, so kind of following the Ryan Dice type of 5 product model here. Opt-in, your tripwire, core product, your profit maximizer, and your recurring or continuity. Everything in yellow is something that you can edit. So I call these kind of the conversion points or conversion hinges or conversion metrics. So for instance, let's say that you had a lead magnet here. And obviously too, I just want to kind of clarify, as nice as it works on spreadsheets, that you can actually just determine what these numbers are going to be. Obviously you're not going to know what these numbers are until you're actually running traffic and running real data through the funnel. But for arbitrary discussion point here, let's say that you had $1,000 to spend on ads. You can see that the numbers then will auto calculate. So, and again, you won't know what your cost per click is, but just let's say it's 80 cents here. Right, this would tell you that you basically would then had $1,000 divided by 80 cents, you would have 1,250 clicks. And if your opt-in page converted at, let's say, 30%, you'd have 375 opt-ins. Now, here you're not selling anything, so I left that blank, and because you're not selling anything, there's no gross sales. But what you would be paying is you'd be paying $2.67 per opt-in. Now, you can see here if you change this, your cost per lead goes up. Obviously, if you have a high opt-in rate, your like let's say it was a 50%, you'd have 625, and your cost per lead would be $1.60. So again, this is just showing that you can play with these numbers to change this up. Now, again, here these are arbitrary numbers, but let's say that out of your 438 people, 15% of them bought your tripwire, right? And again, you can change this to be whatever you want. So if 10% bought it, that'd be 43, 43.8, let's round down, call it 43 sales. Then you'd have gross sales of $4,200. Now what I did is I actually took this number and I times it times $97. Over here I just created a little product scale. So that's how I did that. And then I said, well, okay, if out of 43 people, if 10% of those people bought my core product offer, which would be at $1,000, that'd be $4,300 in revenue. And then here, there's just not enough enough volume here to really fill these numbers in, right? But let's say it was even, like say 2%, it just wouldn't be enough to generate sales. So I just left it blank so it didn't muddy up the numbers over here. But what this would tell you then is in your funnel, you would have done 48 sales, a gross sales of 8605. Now again, these numbers are arbitrary, right? Maybe your core product is 497. Then you can still see here that you spend $1,000, you had $6,400 in gross sales. After your ad spend, you netted $5,400. So your return on investment was 6 to 1. And over here is your cost, customer acquisition cost would have been $20. So it's basically $1,000 divided by your 48 clients. And then your average value of the customer would be $133. So and then what I did down here is I just broke this down into a single funnel and just did this one slightly different. So I have a bunch of these different spreadsheets. Over here I have, if you're running webinars, you could do the same thing over here. You spend $1,000 for your ad spend. Let's say your cost per click was 30 cents. And your registration on the webinar registration page was, let's say, it's 35%. And say your attendance rate was 40%. Then what it's doing here, again, the yellow are the conversion points that you can edit. And basically we use this to kind of determine the potential profitability of our funnels. And you can just see, like, even it's changing something like from 30 cents where you have $6,400 in gross sales, but if you were to change this, let's just say to $1, you can see it drastically decreases your sales. So what this does for us is it shows us kind of where to focus on, what priority or which conversions are the biggest priority for us to get sales up quickly. So anyway, I thought this might be of some value. If you have any interest in it or comments or questions about it, or want to get access, then just hit me up. All right, thanks.